finally make it. I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt. Not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Gibson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and goal. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, it's Lance. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Gibson. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Lance going back to the air after the pick six. Buying time to his left. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Off of play action, here's Lance. Dancing to his left. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a play fake. Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Play action, now it's Lance. Steps away. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. There he goes left side. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Lance looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Juwan Jennings as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Well, thank you. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And
he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 39 yards. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Commanders have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Lance going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey from 6 yards away. And the Niners are able to claw one back. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz steps away to his left. Looking long for Thomas. And got his man complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Throwing now is Wentz. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 44 yards. And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Lance. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 69 yards. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
50 seconds. Rip left, rip left. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. They still can't get him. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Lance looking to throw it. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Lance to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And Lance now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And now here is another interception.